Hi guys, F1 fan number 1 here, and welcome to your FP1 and Sprint qualifying roundup from Shanghai in China. Let's get straight into it, shall we? In FP1, from in last 6.5 tenths off the pace, 13 laps completed, was the Cadillac Sergio Perez. In 21st was Impressor in Australia, Arvid Lindblad and the Racing Bulls. He was 5 seconds off, but he only set 6 laps. In 20th was the Aston Martin of Lance Stroll, who was 5 seconds off, 20 laps completed. In 19th was the Cadillac of Valtteri Bottas, who was 3 seconds off, 25 laps. 18th was Fernando Alonso, who was 3 seconds off, 18 laps. 17th was Carlos Sainz, who was 3 seconds off, 18 laps. 16th was Alex Albon, who was 3 seconds, 31 laps. 15th was Colapinto, who was 2 seconds, 26 laps. 14th was Esteban Ocon, 2 seconds, 25 laps. 13th was Isaac Hadjar in the Red Bull, 2 seconds, 26 laps. 12th was Gabriel Bortoleto in the Audi, 2 seconds, 26 laps. 11th was Liam Lawson in the Racing Bulls, 2 seconds, 29 laps. 10th was Pierre Gasly in the Alpine, 2 seconds, 28 laps. 9th, Nico Hülkenberg in the Audi, 2 seconds off, 27 laps. 8th, Max Verstappen in the Red Bull, 1.8 seconds off, 24 laps. 7th was Ollie Behrman in the Haas, 1.6 seconds off, 28 laps. 6th was Hamilton in the Ferrari, a second off, 26 laps. 5th was Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari, was also a second off, 28 laps completed for him. In 4th was Piastri, was 7 tenths off, 28 laps completed. In 3rd was the reigning champion Lando Norris in the McLaren, who was half a second off, 29 laps completed for him. In 2nd was the Mercedes Kimi Antonelli, who was a 10th off his teammate, completing 30 laps. And in 1st, as I just said, George Russell in the Mercedes, completing 29 laps, a 1:32.741 set for him. And then we get into sprint qualifying then. And in SQ1, the eliminated drivers, I think Sergio Perez didn't compete, so he'll start from the back of the grid for the sprint tomorrow. Valtteri Bottas in 21st, setting a 1:37.378. 20th was Stroll in the Aston, 1:36.151. 19th was the other Aston Martin, Fernando Alonso, 1:35.581. And then 17th and 18th were the two Williams, Carlos Sainz and Alexander Albon. Sainz with a 1:34.761 and Albon with a 1:35.305. And then we got into SQ2 with another 6 drivers being eliminated. In 16th was the Alpine of Frank Colapinto, a 1:34.327 got him eliminated. In 15th was Arvid Lindblad and the Racing Bulls, a 1:34.048. 14th was Gabriel Bortoleto in the Audi, a 1:33.774. 13th was Liam Lawson in the Racing Bulls, 1:33.714. 12th was Esteban Ocon in the Haas, a 1:33.639. And in 11th, narrowly missing out, was Nico Hülkenberg in the Audi, a 1:33.635. And then we got to the top 10 shootout. The drivers competing were Russell, Antonelli, Norris, Hamilton, Piastri, Leclerc, Gasly, Verstappen, Behrman and Hadjar. And in 10th was Isaac Hadjar, 1:33.723. 9th was Behrman in the Haas, 1:33.409. In 8th was Max Verstappen in the Red Bull, 1:33.254. In 7th was the Alpine of Pierre Gasly, 1:32.888. 6th was Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari, 1:32.528. 5th was Oscar Piastri in the McLaren, 1:32.224. In 4th was Lewis Hamilton in the Ferrari, 1:32.161. In 3rd was Lando Norris in the McLaren for 1:32.141, which meant it was, of course, a Mercedes front row lockout with Kimi Antonelli in 2nd and in the Mercedes a 1:31.809. And taking his first ever sprint pole, was T-Po's man himself, George Russell, in the Mercedes for 1:31.520. Lovely stuff. Mercedes front row lockout, Norris in 3rd. That's your starting grid for the sprint tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow to react to the sprint and qualifying for the main race. Hope to see you all there. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all in that next one. Bye bye.